And we're live. Welcome back to another Thursday night jam with RCJesus and SASquatch. I know it's been a few weeks. We've both been crazy busy with stuff. Um, yes, we are late, Stacy and Tommy, but I came, we're here. Um, had to run, getting a bunch of stuff done, and we were both busy and running late. So yeah, we're 5 minutes late, our bad. But welcome back. Glad to see you guys here that have showed up after we've been gone a minute. We'll be working on the old ADT tonight. One of these wheels, this one, locked up. Totally. Yeah, that one's still good. This one, she's a seized. And it's been that way, sadly, for like 2 years. Because when we were digging a trench at my old house with my buddy Joe and a few other friends that brought equipment over and stuff, when we were all running my stuff, it was thick mud. Like this thing was this deep in mud, up to the top of the wheels. And so I'm sure some of the mud and dirt and sand and water and crap seeped in there. And fingers crossed, it's just bearings seized up and nothing in the planetaries. But we shall see. I've never torn into these XDT axles, Dylan, fuck off, or anything I can remember. So it'll be an adventure because I've not done this yet. I need to move my water glass. No, no chocolate milk tonight, Stacy. Tonight is a night for bitch beers.
Nice. Old Miata,
Um,
92 Miata. Nice.
Picked up a real almost daily driver 92 Miata 1.6 liter 5 speed since the last life. Hell yeah, dude. Way to go. My buddy, when I lived in Arizona, one of my friends was from Vegas when we were in high school. And you could get Southwest flights for like $20 a piece from Phoenix to Vegas, round trip back then on Southwest. So every month or two, we'd fly back to his place in Vegas for the weekend and go out in the desert. He had a 76 Bronco. We'd go out and play in that. And his parents had two Miatas. One was a 5 speed, and we'd take that out to the strip and go pimping and all that good stuff. Those cars, they're tiny. I don't know if I could fit in one now. I was only like 5'4" back then. But that was a lot of fun, man. Little Ripper. Good for you. So I'm gonna have a smoke. We'll shoot the shit here for a minute. See what everybody's been up to, see what Chris has got going on, and then I'll start digging into this puppy. Yep, all my scale hardware tools are right there and stuff. There's still mud falling off this thing from 2 years ago, but it did well. What have you been up to? You got anything going on tonight, or are you just chilling?
Uh, yeah, I've got an 8 scale Beetle I'm working on.
Hmm. I think you showed us that a few weeks ago, and you're just
Yeah,
like starting
got,
it. The
got
floor
the
pan.
hood's working.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
did the dash is printed. Um, so just I
Drop
got a
top
lot of
too.
the,
You're a fancy Nazi.
what's that?
It's a drop top too. You're a fancy Nazi.
Yeah, this one is, yeah. So I got the doors printed. Just printed the door cards. I got to get those put in. So
Nice.
just little stuff here and there. But yeah, I haven't done too much with it. Just kind of tinker on it when I have time.
Yet another project you didn't need to be doing, just like me starting this ADT. The Raminator's still not done. 10-4 project's still not done. Other projects still aren't done. But why not start another one?
Yeah.
This one will hopefully be quick and easy, though. A couple hours if I'm lucky or less.
You just jinxed yourself.
Knock on wood. Nope, covered it with the knock on wood. Plus, I got the good scale hardware tools. Weehaw! Got you all in check. These things are the tits, and they're not that expensive. I see MIP came out with some new ones, though. Dylan, dumbass. How'd that feel? Just ran his face into the cherry of the cigarette.
Oh,
Didn't even phase him. He just kind of looked like, oh, what was that? It's kind of warm. Uh, Hopefully there's some. Damn, got lucky. The biggest size is the nut for the wheels. One size bigger, I'd have been in some shit. Been running out to the shop to get real tools. Uh, What have you guys been up to, Tommy and Stacy? We know Jay McQueer is still piling up cool rides over there. Oh, you should tell him about the car you got for your class.
Oh yeah,
Tommy will probably dig that.
yeah. I gotta. I I've made a habit now of going on Marketplace and looking for fixer uppers and mechanic specials that are cheap and have been on there a while. And I'll send people messages, be like, I'm the teacher at the high school, or automotive teacher, and would you consider donating this? You'll get a tax write-off, and just lay it out
Yep.
for them. Yeah, it was a guy had a 1954 Kaiser Manhattan. So it's rough, but it's complete minus motor and trans. And he's gonna donate it. So I gotta right now we're coming up with a plan to get some kids out there and put it on some tires and wheels that roll and get it on a trailer and get it back to our shop. So it's good. Right now it's got a bunch of marmot shit in the bottom of it, so it smells the high hell when you open the door. Um, but it's got the floorboards are mostly there, but I already found a guy that does brand new sheet metal for the floorboards. So
Oh, really cool.
yeah, there's a guy found a guy he sells the front, the back, and the rockers. So it's gonna probably need the rockers and at least a couple, probably all the floor plans, to be honest. I have stepped on the floor plan and my foot didn't go through it, but that doesn't mean there's enough there to really be proper. So,
Right.
but everything from there up's fine. And we don't stuff doesn't rust over here much because we're so dry. But
Yeah, that probably just rusted from sitting in the weeds so long. People forget
yeah,
even when
it's
it's dry, the
it's
moisture and weeds and grass that eat at the bottom of vehicles.
yeah, it's got rear tires on it, but it's sitting on the axle. It's been sitting there that long.
Right.
So the front subframe's not on the ground, which is nice. It's on the rims, but
Right.
um so we'll have to dig the back out and get it off the ground and put some tires under it. And hopefully all the bearings don't, hopefully the bearings aren't seized solid and we can get it to roll. So
Right.
might have to take a sledgehammer and some Miss Marvel mystery oil to the rear bearings or something to get them to start spinning.
A little hot wrench on the hub.
Yeah, something just to get them to move. Then I'll probably put a whole brand new rear axle under it anyway. So just to make it roll.
What do you think you're going to do for an engine and transmission? Because finding the originals is probably going to be next to impossible.
I think the students and I have talked, and we found a guy local to us that has one of the oh, what is it? Let me look it up. It's a see if I can find it really quick. Eh, come on.
Oh, I may have to hook the other camera up for you guys to actually see any of this since
There
it's
you
on this
go.
side.
It is. Oh, there we go. It's a 2007 LS 8.1, the big block.
Oh, yeah, the big one.
Yeah, 496 big block. The guy's got one for sale with a 4L80. So that would be a fun motor to put in it if we can get a hold of that.
Yeah, at least you're going with the big one and not the 5 or 6 something liter
Yeah,
versions.
if we can't get a hold of that, we'll probably go like a 454 and drop it in it.
There you go.
Just nice big block. I want to put a big block in it. Not too crazy, just for the big, have a big block in it. I want it to be a cruiser.
Right.
Cruiser with a little bit of power and put like a 9-inch in the back, do some suspension work, make it nice.
Yep.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, because you guys are selling them when you're done with them, right? For
I don't know
fun,
about
more
this one. We'll
projects.
see. This one might become like our shop, like car show car, if we hang on to it. We'll see.
Yeah, it would be cool because it's such an oddball. I
Yeah.
assume, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I would think with the name Manhattan, it's probably kind of like a Chrysler New Yorker or something, right? Like a big luxury car.
It's like it's got some of the like the Tri-5 Chevy elements, like with the little ween on the back fender. It's very Art Deco. It's got like the rear, it's got a triple rear window with a scallop at the top, and the front windshield has a scallop in the top and wraps around the sides. Um, it's got ween windows on all four doors. Um,
Okay.
it's pretty wild. It's got a pretty crazy look to it. Kind of like I don't know, kind of a Mercury-ish front end.
Okay.
Um, the 54, I guess, is the most desired year for him.
Hmm.
Because of some of the accents. It's got chrome all on the bottom, big chrome
Yeah.
bumpers.
Is it
Chrome,
chrome or stainless?
chrome.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's chrome. It doesn't look stained. It looks like chrome. I haven't touched it or messed
Is
with
it
it.
rusty?
No.
That's stainless then. If it was chrome, she'd be all rusted at the bottom too, just like your rockers.
That's true. Yeah, the because the bottom trim is like almost on the ground, and there's not even any pitting in it. So, oh
Tommy
yeah,
says the 8100 use oil bad.
the 8100. Oh yeah. I don't know. We'll
Okay,
see what we
Tommy
can
must
get.
know what it does. He says it looks a little bit of all the big three from back then, and they
Yeah,
get ready for
it's just kind of a
BTT.
hodgepodge. Yeah, it's kind of a tri five with a little mercury and um kind of rounded bubble top. It's just yeah, it's a little it's like I said, it's really Art Deco. When I look at it, it's the first thing I think is Art Deco.
Yeah.
It's got three on the tree from the factory. It came with an original was had a flathead inline six in it.
Okay.
And a supercharger too. Flathead inline
Oh,
six with a supercharger. Big old monster supercharger on the side of it.
yeah.
It would have been cool to have that, but it's
Yeah, it would have been.
gone.
That's a
Long
different
gone.
engine for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool rig. It's gonna be fun to put together. It'll take a while, but the
Yeah,
kids will
that's a
learn a lot.
major project. Something like that. Those kids are going to learn a lot of
Oh,
valuable
everything.
lessons on working on oddball stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna learn everything. I mean, they're gonna have to take it off the frame, do sheet metal work, clean up the frame, get it bared down, do some fabricating work for the different motor and trans,
Yep.
how are we gonna put in the suspension with a different rear axle? And then how do we, try to use the stock shifter to hook up to the, more modern trans, all the things.
Right. All the
And
things.
body
All the
work,
pains
paint
in the
work.
asses.
Yeah. Body work, paint work, electrical work, interior, upholstery, everything. So be a long project. I told my freshmen right now, I'm like, you guys, it might be running by the time you go 4 years from now, but not done. It'll just be running.
Right.
I
Yeah, this is going to take some classes.
was like, it's gonna take a while, guys. So, but they're excited for it. So,
Well, that'll be cool, and it may give a reason for students you have once they graduate to come back once every year or two
yeah,
and shoot the shit with you and check it out
yeah,
and stuff.
exactly. And like, I think I want to do a lot of the paint jobs from the original factory were two-tone, so they had
Yeah,
the body and then the top was
right.
painted. And our school colors are maroon and gold, so I thought it'd be really cool to do a metallic maroon with a gold top.
Yeah,
And
that would be cool.
gold, we kept it and did it in our school colors.
School could use it in parades and shit like that in
Yeah,
town and
we'll
stuff.
keep it, and then if we end up wanting to sell it, someone can buy it. But I think I want to eventually do car shows. It'd be cool to have it, our car in the car show,
Yep.
and the thing's huge. So I mean, I could probably stuff half my class in the damn thing, cruise around with it. So
Yeah. My mom always talks about back in the day. She's in her mid 70s, right? So she's like, when we were a kid, they had the huge package trays in the back windows back then. She's like,
yeah,
me and my brother and sisters would always fight for who got to lay on the
yeah, lay
package
up in the
tray when
tray.
we were on Sunday drives and stuff.
Yeah,
She's like, you could never do that now. I'm like, oh, we live in Florida. They wouldn't care.
yeah. So
Here's
yeah,
a good one.
cool. And what's crazy is it's not all beat up and dented up. The body's really straight. Like,
There's some of the mud
oh yeah.
baked into
Oh
the
man.
fender well.
So
Yeah, that's good because bodywork
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, it's got a couple bullet holes in the hood, or not in the hood, in the top of it. But
Someone shot it, huh?
that's just had to put a dolly and a hammer and flatten it out. That won't be that bad. Um,
So much mud.
yeah, but yeah, it's actually really straight. Like there's no major dents in it that I even see. Like
Good.
it's like unbelievable. It's really actually in good shape. It's funny because I show my students, they're like, "Oh my God, that's a wreck," and I'm like, "No, no, 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 you don't see it.
You don't know yet. This is
You
what we're
don't
going to
know.
teach
Like
you.
you don't know how good this is. Like it's all there. Well, there's no motor. No, it's all there. The trim, the glass, like all the important shit's there."
Right, all that important shit.
Like the sheet metal's straight, it's not rusted through. The floorboards are, but we can replace those.
Yeah, that's easy.
You
Replacing
know, I'm
glass
like
and trim
floorboard
is
cuts,
very
floorboards
difficult,
is
very
easy. That's
expensive.
easy. I was like, I have 2 Datsuns. I know how to deal with rust. So it'll be great. They all wanted a really old car, and I'm like, man, we found probably one of the most unique ones we could find, probably.
Yep, for
So,
sure.
and then I
I
got
don't think I've
another
ever
guy.
seen any Kaiser in real life.
I got another guy who's gonna probably he's trying to make sure it works, but a 71 Toyota FJ.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. I got the guys, he wants to donate it, but he's got to make sure it works with the tax write-off and everything.
Right.
But that's gonna be another cool one to get a hold of.
Yeah,
And
you're
it
gonna
runs
start getting all these badass vehicles around and be like, well, I kind of want to buy it when we're done with
well,
this
the,
shit.
the Toyota runs and drives. So
Yeah,
it's rough, but it runs and drives.
that's a big step there too. If it runs and
Yeah.
drives, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah. So that'll be really cool if we get a hold of that FJ. That'll be a fun project to restore. Yeah, that FJ will be rad. I'm looking at pictures of it right now.
Yeah. Well, this is already fucking with me. I
Oh
got
boy.
the wheel off, but the back part side of the wheel is still on the axle.
Nope.
And I can't, this was really tight on there. So I can't tell if Dylan, seriously, go entertain yourself, dude. I'm busy. Um, if I have to take this axle out, because it looks like there's 4 bolts from the backside that might be holding that on, but no, that doesn't make sense. I did a little nice love taps with the hammer. That didn't help. Um, Let me look at the backside of this other wheel. There's screws there. I think this big drum hub has to come off. Well, I'll plug in the other camera real quick so you guys can get a look at this. See if I can remember how to do the multi-camera thing. Uh, Where's an extra USB port? There we go. Okay. There we go. All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Video. Okay, here we go.
Hey.
So this is where I'm at now. This is the other one that's together. It's kind of hard to see everything because it's filthy.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I can use this to spy.
Use it
Yeah,
as a
looks like this hub should come off.
poor man boroscope.
Yep, the real one's out in the shop. So maybe I'll just keep tap ruin on the backside for a minute. And let me switch
Tap
back.
tappity tap tap.
We'll tap
Just tap it in.
and
Tap.
hope that it starts to come off.
Oh.
Can't tell. It's moving. Shit. Bigger screwdriver is a pry bar. This is always the fun with these things because there's no manuals, no parts explosions. Just figure it the fuck out. But I'm sure that's why in the little bit of paperwork they do give you, it always says, not for people that aren't highly experienced RC users.
Yeah. You need to know what the fuck you're doing.
Oh, shit. It's turning. The tap ruin got it turning.
And knocked some of the dirt loose.
Yep. I'm kind of tempted just to put the wheel back on and say fuck it, but if it was locked up, it probably needs taken apart, cleaned out, and greased.
Yeah. Needs to be cleaned properly.
Yeah.
They probably all do, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I don't do it now, it's just gonna wear shit and parts are gonna break. And
Yeah, then you got to
I'll
buy
put
parts.
another 25, 50 hours on it and then be ordering parts from China that it's gonna take me
Yeah.
a month to get.
Tear it all down.
Okay, I will. Son of a
Tear
bitch.
it down, soak it in some simple green, lube it, and put it back together.
Let's see how this is gonna come apart. Time to grab some toolies, because I don't have those ones over.
Oh.
Okay. These should be what I need. It's probably a 2.5, or is that a 2? It's a 2. Let's see.
Convenient place to keep the tools and parts.
Right? Just like a real pickup truck project, everything just gets thrown
In
in
the
the
bed.
box.
In the bed.
That's what Cadence the other day. She's like, "Will you grab my backpack out of the trunk?" And I'm like, "Trunk? There's no trunk. You either call it a box or a bed." Oh, jeez, I got the eye roll. Can you grab my stuff out of the bed, please? Yes, I can. Like things have a
we call
proper
it
name, use it.
the boot too on a trunk. So like on our cars, we call it the boot or the trunk.
Well, if you're British, yeah.
Yeah, then we same thing on the front, the hood or the bonnet.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I picked that up. I started doing that a long time ago.
Too much Top Gear.
Yeah, probably. I told my kids the other day, I'm like, go pop the bonnet, and they're like, what? The hood,
Wrong
fuck.
side of the pond, old man.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is I was working on our Mini Cooper too, so it kind of fit.
Oh, well, yeah, then it's proper.
Oh,
So there's no real good way for me to mount this other camera. But right now it looks like there's 8 bolts that hold the axle to the frame because of course there's no front suspension. It's just all in the articulation. But there's a drop down box, gearbox that goes to the pinion. So we'll see if I get lucky and things just slide out.
someone
Or
is
not.
asking if those are
We'll see.
planetary or not out there.
They are planetaries, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to clean them then. There's got to be a lot of shit going on in there.
Oh yeah. In fact, usually they're double or triple planetary on these kind of axles.
Yeah. Yeah, you get all that mud and water in there. It's going to piss those off real fast.
Yeah, and I love running this thing. The ADTs are by far, ADT, if you don't know, stands for articulated dump truck because they articulate. But uh they're super simple to drive, yet they're one of the most fun things to operate.
Yeah.
I think because it drives through whatever the fuck you want. You wash the cab and the box all twisted
Yeah.
and can be in the back, and it's just neat to watch operate. And like I said, we were going through mud as deep as the fucking tires, like nasty fuck, and it was just wow, just like it's like watching Gold Rush, when they're clearing something out after the permafrost is melted. It was awesome. It was awesome until now.
Yeah,
Now,
until now you got to like, oh shit.
but I got some good pictures and video. That's all that matters, right?
Oh. Yeah, it's always that when you go out and run them in the mud and the dirt, and it's always that, a week later, and you're like, fuck, I need to service it now.
Yep. Ah, well, that was easy.
There you go.
Just oh my God, it's so filthy. I'm gonna have to
Ah, ah.
vacuum in here. But there's the axle. So my 4 bolts were on the top and the bottom there.
Yeah.
There's another gearbox to drive the front. So now I can get to it a little better. I guess if I have it apart, I might as well do both sides.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
Thanks, Dan.
If I was the one, if the roles are reversed, you'd be flicking me the same shit.
I know. That's how we roll.
Oh.
Helps to motivate us to do shit properly when we feel like half-assing
Yeah. Well, it makes us feel better when we tell the other one to do it.
it.
It's easy to tell the other guy to do it when you're not the one doing it.
Right? Or you gotta do it the right way.
And we know each other enough that when we hear
Hey,
you say
what's
it,
up,
we're like,
Scott?
huh?
Yeah, it's easy to tip. You've seen it tipped over mud tires. That's what I was saying earlier, Scott. No exploded view, no manuals, nothing. Let's just figure it out.
Yeah.
Know what you're doing or don't own one.
Right.
The guy had a customer in the shop. He owned he got one of the XDRC front end loaders, like the good one I have, not my shitty 870. And there's touch screens, right? These fly skies, this whole screen right there is a touch screen. And people don't realize that and they don't lock it and they get to bumping it with their wrist and their hands and stuff, not paying attention. And then things don't work anymore, of course, because you've screwed up the programming. Well, he did that once and brought it in. And I was like, yeah, I can probably fix it. So I dicked around with it for like 15 minutes, figured out what he screwed up, got it fixed. He's like, oh, what do I owe you? I'm like, nothing. It was good practice for me on my shit anyways. I don't mess with the fly skies enough, so it's always good to play with them here and there and keep it a little fresh. Oh, okay, thanks. He brings it back in like 2 weeks later or something. Well, now it's leaking hydraulic fluid. It won't work. And so I took a look at it, and it was the kind of deal where, like, I was going to have to pretty much split the thing in half. It was buried in the center of the chassis, and I couldn't even see the leak. I could just tell the general area it was coming from. I'm like, dude, this is going to take hours, and I just simply do not have the time to do it. And my other guy that was working had never worked on them and didn't want to. My guys that used to had all moved on to other jobs and stuff like that or been fired or whatever. And he's like, oh man, I'll pay you whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I told you when you messed it up the first time, like if you own one of these things, you need to know how to fix it because number one, I don't know any other hobby shops in the country that'll work on this shit besides ours.
Yeah.
And we don't anymore because I don't have the time. And it's just part of doing it.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, I'll pay you whatever, I'll pay you whatever. I'm like, it's not about the money, dude. It's about the time. I just
Yeah.
don't have the fucking time. You gotta just tear into it and figure it out. If you can't, I don't want to sound like a dick, but you shouldn't own the thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, he found someone in northern or southern Florida or something, I think via Facebook, that has some of this stuff that helped him out and got it torn apart and working. But I was like, finding people to work on this shit is not easy.
Yep.
Ah, figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay, see if I can show you guys. It's a snap ring. Not
Ah,
one
there you
of
go.
those.
Yeah.
Amazing what happens once all the mud's gone and you can see what you're working with. My fucking pants are just covered in dirt and mud now.
Oh,
All right, to the snap ring
great.
pliers.
That'll work good.
Oh shit, are
Shit.
these deep enough? Yeah,
Oh,
they are.
damn it. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, well. We said I'll work
Woo, my snap ring pliers just barely open wide enough for this big bastard.
that.
Because again, the big boy tool ones are out in the shop, 100 yards away. I did find I was Googling and looking around and learning how to transmit my Wi-Fi out to the shop.
Mhm.
And it looks like for about 250 bucks, I can get a wireless Wi-Fi link out there that'll still run streaming speeds and all that.
Yeah.
So I may buy that eventually, and then we can start doing some full-size shit on the show too, because fuck it, doesn't have to all be RC. I've spent a lot more time on full-size stuff lately.
Yeah, I've seen all the pictures.
There we go.
Vacuuming.
Well, a little better. So dirty. All right, so now, aha, and it slides right off. Shit, they're not that bad at all. I'm not taking the rear apart. Well, let's see. Yeah, this wasn't even the one that was locked up either. The one that wasn't locked up is fighting me more to come off than the one that was. Oh, this one hasn't been tap root on either.
Yeah, you didn't love on that one.
Look at that.
Oh, dude.
Pretty.
Yeah.
There's dirt in there and stuff, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty clean with some clean grease. So there's the how the planetaries are on this one.
Yeah.
Different than any others I've done, but it's not bad at all. Bearings nice and smooth. I think it was just I can see some rust,
Oh, yeah.
and I think it just kind of sees itself together at the edge there. But really, I don't have to do dick to this. It's
Put a
really
wire
clean.
brush to the wire brush to it and clean it up and throw it back together.
Yeah, yeah. The bearings are nice and
Steel
smooth.
wool.
These, look at the size of these big bitches.
Oh, yeah. Big old monsters.
That would be a fun one to find. I'd be calling Granger or McMaster-Carr for that probably.
And some steel wool. You can take that rust off with some steel wool.
Yeah, I got wire brush and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can brake clean it and re-grease it and stuff. I
Those
think
look like
that's
they're sealed
everything.
bearings.
They're metal sealed, not rubber.
Yeah. The good ones.
Well,
Oh,
I've always found the metal actually lets more water in than the rubber,
that makes sense.
but it looks like and feels like they're just fine. Well, I
Yeah.
thought I had a wire brush in here, but I guess it must be out in the shop. Well, sweet. I love this simple victory. Yes, I was hoping it would be a quick, easy, painless project.
Clean lube and throw it back together.
Yep. And now I know how the front end works.
Yeah.
Well,
Throw some moo grease in there. Utter butter, they'll use.
yep, utter butter.
Yeah.
I should have some somewhere. If I don't know where it is and I can't find it, I'll just throw some AMS oil in there.
Yeah.
That's what I've been working on the J20 a shit ton lately. That's why I missed last week because I was out in the shop. Like 9:35, my phone rings from Jeremy Griffith, Juice Box. I look, I'm like, oh fuck. Well, I guess we're not doing the show tonight. But I was pumping all the grease into my tie rods and ball joints and drive shafts and all that stuff because most of it's serviceable, not all of it. And man, they're all tight and great. I got to get out there with cadence because the tire is big enough I couldn't see and I can't really tell. Either one set of wheel bearings is loose or bad, or I got a ball joint that's a little loose. I can move the
Mhm.
33,
Oop,
34-inch tire about an eighth or a quarter of an inch
a
on
little
the
bit of wiggle.
outside. So it's
Yeah.
just got a tiny bit of play in the hub or the ball joint.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, everything's great. But man, I was just pumping the shit out of that AMS oil in there, just flushing all kinds of pure black shit that I haven't greased it in the 5 or 6 thousand miles I put on it, and I don't know how long it had been since it had been greased before then either.
Right.
So it needed it. But yeah, I've been out in the shop till 3, 4 in the morning every night for like 6 nights. I'm so fucking sick of evaporusting, cleaning, sanding, priming, sanding, painting, masking. Oh, fuck. It's nice when you get it all done because it looks brand new and it's all
Yeah.
beautiful. It's gonna work great, but doing it, and what sucks is like when you're painting, it's all right, put a coat on. And I walk back into the house for 15 minutes and dick around in here and then walk back out, put a coat on, walk back into the house for 15 minutes. And I kind of want to get into other projects, but I'm like, then you get caught up like I did that night wrenching, and all of a sudden an hour goes by and you missed your flash time, and now you got to wait 24 hours or more to put another coat on while it cures so it doesn't degas and wrinkle. Fuck painting. But it's all turning out very well. I don't, I was telling Cadence, she was doing the dishes, taking them out of the dishwasher earlier. She did them this morning before school, and we ran it. She got almost pulling them out. Well, a pan had moved with the handle in the pan and gotten stuck, so the shelves wouldn't separate. I was on the couch fucking around with my phone or something. She's like, I need help. I'm like, you got to figure it out, kid. This is a part of life. Like, I don't know any more what to do than you do. I'm going to have to come over there and problem solve and figure it out, same as you. But I can do it. I've got lots of experience. You need the experience. I'm like, it's like me with these vent windows, because she's been watching me like, oh my God, that's turning into a lot of parts. I'm like, I know, right? I'm like, I'd never done it before. I had no instructions. I just had to problem solve and figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
Like, but now if I ever want to do them again, it'll be 10 times easier because I know every little trick in the book. But they do suck. I don't know if I would ever rebuild a set again. If I can buy aftermarkets that are quality, not total cheap Chinese shit. Because it's just so much drilling of rivets and cleaning and painting and blah blah blah. It's like, just sell me one for $100 and I'll throw it in.
Yeah.
But the ones for the J20, since they're not reman, only place you could buy them was Jeep recyclers, and they take factory ones and do what I'm doing. He strips them all the way down, cleans them all up, paints them, gets everything fresh and brand new. And they wanted 900 a piece for them.
Eesh.
And I'm like, God damn, I know it's probably a lot of work, but that seems expensive. Now that I've done them, 900 a piece is completely fair. With all the hours you end up putting in,
Yeah. Yeah.
and plus the price of the rubber and new glass, because
Yeah.
they put new glass and everything in them. I didn't do that. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, he probably gets guys that start doing it and get 3/4 away and say, fuck this, I'm buying them for $900.
I bet. Because I got about halfway through and I was starting to think that, like, $1,800 for two of them hits, and I'm like, no, I can do this. I have to do this. I'm not spending $1,800. But I tell you what, I'd be willing to offer my services in the full-size Jeep groups now. Ship me your shit, I'll rebuild them for 500 a piece.
Right.
Make 50, $60 an hour off each one,
Just undercut the guy.
Well, I wouldn't feel bad because I talked to him and confirming how the new seal goes on and all that kind of stuff, and if any adhesives needed, blah blah. I'm like, this is what I think I need to do. Is it right? And I was right, but it's always best to double check, like with that carburetor the other day and the gasket issue. And they're like, yeah, we don't even really do them anymore. We used to kind of do them and keep some in stock, but there's such a giant pain in the ass that we offer them on the website still, but it's kind of like a build to order thing now. Like once we sell one, we tell them, okay, a couple weeks we'll have it out to you. So I wouldn't feel bad at all. And I bet once I've done 3 or 4 sets, I could probably get it down to 2, 3 hours a unit. But Jesus, I'm probably 6, 8 hours at least deep into these things, not counting the waiting for paint to dry time.
You gotta be careful. You did call it a Jeep there for a second.
I know. It's G.I. Joe Jeep, not Barbie Jeep. One of my buddies at Jeep Beach is going on in Daytona right now. And he was there. He has God, Jax must be 5 or 6 now, that is driving himself in a wagon with an SCX6, pulling himself around. And he posts, I'm like, is it like 99% Wranglers? Or are there FSJs and shit like that there and stuff too? He's like, it's all Wranglers. I was like, God damn it, that's what I thought. What a bummer. Like, we won't be driving all the way to Daytona for that then.
I was driving over the pass last weekend, coming back from the valley, and I almost stopped. There was a flat fender Willys on the side of the road, still an all military olive drab trim.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's cool.
Which one? Like a CJ2A
Early.
kind? Like an
Early
old one?
one, yeah.
Or like one of the wagons?
No, it was just the old school flat fender, stripped down, super basic Willys Jeep.
Nice.
Like, yeah, like just the old cool ones that you don't see, and it looks so good sitting in this guy's like driveway.
Right.
Like, oh,
I really want one of those to do the Go Devil run in Arizona. Because there's this group, the Go Devils, the engine that came in them. That's what it was called back then. And it has to be all OG. And you got to be wearing like 40s, 50s period correct a tire and shit, they do it all out. So when you take pictures, it looks like it would have looked in
Right.
1948 or 53 or whatever,
Right
doing the
on.
same thing. And they go doing a bunch of trails and stop at ghost towns. And I think it's 4 or 5 days. And it looks like a blast. But I'm like, God, I'm getting old enough now that I look at that thing and I think about driving it to Arizona and back and what a
Ooh,
death trap it is if someone hits
I
you or
would tow it.
rolls
I would
over for
tow it in
some
case you
reason.
broke it. You could tow it home.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of some of the adventure.
Well, the
And
adventure's
that
really
thing, a
there.
little bit of baling wire, a hammer, and some screwdrivers and pliers,
True.
and you can
True.
rebuild the whole goddamn thing. Like they
That's
have the
true.
competitions of the guys that put them together out of the crate.
Yeah.
Like 4 dudes can assemble one in like 8 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how fast they are. That'd be a long drive. Whew.
Freiberger and Payway did it.
Oh,
Drove
that's
from
right.
Payway's place in Arizona all the way to Key West to the most southern point of the U.S. And then Freiberger jumped on a plane to go to some event he had to go to, and Payway had to drive the fucker all the way
Back.
back to Arizona by himself.
They
But
do
everyone's
what? 40,
commenting,
45?
Freiberger was talking about, he's like, everyone's like, oh, those tires can't go that far on the highway. They're
Oh,
all gonna blow up, and oh, it won't make it more than that. They weren't designed to go that far. And like, it's like, dude, these were designed to be in war
yeah.
for all kinds of conditions. It'll drive 2,500, 3,000 miles on the fucking highway.
Yeah. Which is not going to do it quickly.
Hmm. Yeah, probably 50, 55 is probably max would be
Ooh,
my
you
guess.
think so? God, I would think less than that.
I bet in high gear you could probably get 50, 55. They seem to be clipping along pretty good.
I don't know if I'd want to
It'd
do
probably be a little
55.
scary,
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't know if I'd want to do 55 in that
but
thing.
45 to 50, Mud Tires
Okay.
says.
Yeah.
And he should know the accurate amount. So, yeah, 50 miles to Arizona, 50-mile-an-hour to Arizona and back. There's several
Ooh.
days.
Yeah, and it's not like it's like an enclosed cab. Like
Yeah, you're out in it.
you're sitting on a lawn chair basically.
Yep. No seat belts, no doors, no
Yeah.
roll cage.
And it's not exactly an easy thing to shift either. Like
Right.
they're not they're it's not comfortable.
But hey, if some dudes in their 50s or early 60s can do it, I should be
Hell
able to
yeah.
handle it still. That'd be a fun trip to do with Cadence. She would hate it and absolutely love it at the same time. She cannot wait for me to get the windows back in the J20. We've been driving it with no windows for like 3 months. But it's okay. I like it. She's not one of these young kids that's growing up in leather and comfy seats and nice interiors and AC all the time. She knows what it's like to ride in old shit boxes.
You dynamated that already, didn't you?
Yep, made a big difference.
Big difference, yeah.
And fixing that steering column brace and getting
Mhm.
that hacked part cut out and bending the floor where it was hacked back up
Yeah,
and putting the
yeah.
clutch rod cover make a huge difference on noise
Nice.
and a big difference on heat blowing in. Even though the hole was only like that big,
Right.
it let a lot of noise and heat through. It made a huge difference.
Nice.
But once we get that, I told her, I'm like, we're almost close to having a brand new interior.
All
Once
right.
the windows go back in, I've got brand new nice leather door cards, brand new carpet with the max damping foam and sound deadener and stuff on the bottom from Auto Custom Carpets, brand new headliner. So then I'll just have to get the seat redone and the dash redone.
That'll make a difference too, putting the carpet and the headliner in it.
Oh yeah, that'll make it way quieter and
That'll
cooler.
really muffle it down, yeah.
Tinting the windows made a huge difference. It's
Oh, I
so
bet.
much cooler in there now
I
driving it.
bet. Yeah. Oh man.
Damn it,
Oh,
39.50.
yep. Yeah, I
What?
haven't had dinner yet, and I got to pack for a trip tomorrow. I'm going
Where are you heading tomorrow?
just out over the mountain, 3 hours away. I got my I'm the chess coach at our school, and my son and two others made state chess, so we gotta go do state chess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Good for them.
Yeah, no, they're jazzed, they're excited. So we gotta head out tomorrow night, and then it's Saturday and Sunday, and then we come home Sunday night, go right back to work Monday.
Yeah, that makes for a shitty weekend.
It's just gonna be a long one, but
It's always nice to have a day off after the vacation.
Well, then like last weekend, I got up at 5:30 in the morning on Saturday to drive over to the mountain to go pick up a Mini Cooper that was donated for a parts car.
Yeah.
So it was my entire Saturday. And then Sunday, my daughter needed to go do some running around for her job. So last week I didn't get a weekend either. I'm just yeah. And it's the
Yeah.
last 6 weeks of school right now, so it's just that grind. Just
Right.
and then if we have a ton of bond remodel work going on this summer, and the contractors don't know their head from a fucking hole in the ground. So it's a
Unfortunately, that
shit.
seems to be pretty commonplace nowadays.
Dude, it's such a shit show. They've been showing us plans on what they're supposed to be doing, and like I got some plans the other day, and they're like, okay, we need these areas clear because we're demoing here, here, and here because they're demoing some walls, right? There's like
Yeah.
3 walls that aren't even on there. I'm like, these are supposed to be the final plans that they're giving the contractor. And I'm like, dude, I even pointed out, I'm like, there's a wall there, guys. Oh, is there? Yeah, it's the wall between my bathroom and one of my storage rooms. You have to take it out for what you're saying you're doing. It's just shit show.
Government bidders at their finest.
And then I'm like, okay, guys, do I need to move all my cars out of my shop? Where am I putting all my specialty tools I have in my storage room? Oh, we don't know.
We don't know.
I'm like, well, I kind of need to know. And then they're like, well, all the cars, just leave the keys and we can just move them around. You
Right.
understand these don't run, right? Oh,
They're
yeah, these are cars the kids are working on. Well,
projects.
we thought they were the kids' cars. No, I have 18 of these cars are mine. Oh, I'm like, yeah, these are questions you should ask like months ago, you dumb shits. Fucking hell. And I keep asking questions, they don't have answers. And it's just a shit show. So, not looking forward to that.
All right. What do you think? I don't think, see this inner
Yeah.
right there? It doesn't spin, but these do.
Oh,
It kind of looks like a bearing. Let's see if I can get you a good view.
that's a bearing.
But it kind of doesn't because it's even thinner than the other one.
Yeah, but is it the same height? Does the metal right on it just like the other one? It looks the same
It
height.
seems to, yeah.
It's a bearing. It's seized. I bet you it's
Yeah,
what it
it
is.
looks like it.
Which makes sense. It's the one that got approached, got hit by the mud
Well,
now.
they both wiggle the identical amount, is what's weird.
Soak them. Soak them in some thin oil overnight. See if they free up.
The way it is, it's really hard to tell.
You got an ultrasonic?
No,
No. Okay, throw in an
but I could
ultrasonic.
take one and put a little cup of evaporust just as deep as this is so that I
Yeah.
don't have to drop the whole axle in and just let it soak for 24 hours and see.
Yeah. See if it frees up. It's probably just dirt, maybe some rust.
What's weird is they both wiggle the exact same amount, which
Yeah.
is why I'm like, is it a bearing or just a
I can't
bushing?
imagine that's not a bearing.
It would make sense for heavy duty to have dual bearings there instead
Yeah.
of just one, but
Two stacked bearings next to each other. And it
yeah,
makes sense why the outside one spins. It's protected from the inside one. The inside one got all the abuse. So,
yeah, yeah, I guess that's what I'll do.
well, there you go.
I'll throw in a little cup of evaporust tomorrow morning and because I'm not gonna fuck with it anymore tonight. And then scuff up and clean everything up and blast out with brake clean and re-grease it. There's not much grease in it, so this time I'm gonna pack a chuck full of the AMSOIL shit. Into the
Well,
bearings too. I'll pop one.
it may not hurt to pull those rears and look at them then,
Yeah, maybe.
just to
Well,
see how the bearings look.
if they come out as easy as the front, that's not too bad.
It's probably the same thing, if not easier, because they don't have to steer.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the
Well, the
front's not
front
steer
doesn't
either,
steer either
as it's
because it's
articulated.
articulating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be the exact same axles. Dylan, go
Yep.
entertain yourself. Been enough.
Yep. Rinse, repeat, quite literally.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess if you got a big day,
Yeah.
kiddo, we don't have any school tomorrow, she informed me. I was like,
Oh, lucky
yes.
you.
And so this morning, I'm like, I'm so psyched you don't have school on Friday. It's awesome. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I think I'm more excited about it than you are. She's like, yeah. I don't have to wake up at 5:30 in the a.m. on Friday
No shit. That's the big one. Fuck.
because I was up working until 3 or 4 every night. So I'm
Yeah.
able to fall asleep till midnight or 1 each night, and then I'm up at 5:30 going like, this is fucking stupid. But then I come home and take a nap for an hour or two at least.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. Well, what I'll do then is I'll go through and clean all this shit up and whatnot, and maybe try and find a stand or something I can set this other camera on. And
yeah.
then next week, provided no family shit or anything else comes up that holds us up, um, I'll throw this thing back together and everyone can get a good view of it getting assembled.
Yeah.
I can't see anything because I got a giant truck in my way.
I will not. Yeah, I won't be on next Thursday.
Oh, you won't?
That's
Okay.
my son. It's the opening night for their play, their theater play.
Oh, okay. So you'll be in the same spot I was a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So,
All
uh,
right. Well, I'll either see if I can find someone to jump on, or we'll just postpone for a week because, it's not like we get paid for this or anything. So who gives a
right.
fuck?
Right.
Uh,
Cool.
it does look kind of cool. All with the cab flipped over and the axle's all gutted and shit. Everything looks clean and good up inside of it, though. Yeah.
Yep.
I can see where the motor is now.
A
Learning the truck more.
little bit of maintenance and keep it happy.
This is the one, if you remember, like 2.5, 3 years ago, I was picking it up and the cab rolled on me.
Oh,
Smashed the whole
yeah.
cab because it's all 3D
Yes.
printed. Had to glue
Yeah.
it back together. Oh, that sucked. That was
Yeah.
heartbroken.
I remember
I
that.
remember Al thought like I was dead or something because I'm picking it up. Fortunately, it was only that high off the ground, or it would have been total unsalvageable probably. But it rolled and flipped and hit my leg, and then hit the ground and cracked and busted the cab. And I'm like in the middle of the shop during business hours. I'm like, "Fuck!" He's like, "Oh my God, what happened? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine, but the truck isn't." He's like, "What?" And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I did this too." I'm like, "Yeah." Fortunately, it all glued back together nicely, but can't even tell.
Yeah. No, he went back together good. I remember watching you work on it. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
broke nice and cleanly, thank God. The 3D printing quality of the cab seems to be pretty solid.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, I was gonna look. Fuck, what is?
Dylan, fuck off.
You guys have a big. It's is it NERSA? You guys have a big show down in Florida for automotive. Which one's down there?
Nurse's
Not NERSA,
hobby.
automotive. Sorry, automotive one.
I think something like PRI comes here. I think something similar
PRI,
like
that's
that.
what it is.
I don't know if it actually is PRI because I think the big one for PRI is up north in Chicago or Indianapolis. I think PRI is.
I was in
Performance Racing
Indiana.
Industry. But yeah, they
Uh,
do something here, I think. But it's one where you got to be in the industry like SEMA or PRI to get into.
um,
Public isn't allowed.
I remember seeing there was one though because I get
I think we have an auto show here at the convention center.
well, it's got to be an industry one because I get they'll actually pay for me to go to some of these to
Hell
meet.
yeah.
So I think next year I'm going to go to SEMA
Nice.
and paid for by the school, paid for
Give
with
me
grant money
badges
and
and I'll
everything.
go with you.
What's that?
Give me badges and I'll go with you.
So she was like, the gal was our gal. She's like, yeah, we have a bunch of PD professional development money this year that we need to spend. But she told me, and everything's already done. Like nothing automotive is
Hmm.
coming. And she's like, yeah, we'll pay for your flight, your hotel, your food, everything. I'm like, fuck, why didn't I know about this already? So next year I'm already looking. I'm like, oh, where do I want to go? And I'm like, oh shit, I can go to SEMA. Like,
Hmm.
then I can write it off.
You're gonna be broken after SEMA though.
I ain't got enough money to be broke. Oh, you broke
No,
in.
broken.
Yeah.
There's so much walking and standing. The last time I was at SEMA, I was probably 26-ish. And even back then, dude, because you're walking on carpet that thick and
Oh
then
yeah, it's just might as well be concrete.
and I was dressed in a suit with nice shoes on and shit. So like 6 hours into the day, I started timing it where I'd go by like Corbeau and Sparco and Recaro and shit every few hours on my route. And then I would just sit in one of the comfy chairs for like 10, 15 minutes. Be like, ah, my back.
Yeah, see, I'm on my feet all day though on concrete. I'm used to that.
Yeah, but it's still
It's still going to be a lot. I
10
know.
hours in SEMA is a lot of
Yeah.
standing and walking on essentially concrete.
But it'd be good if I can make some connections though, man.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's great for that.
Yeah. They make
Yeah, and
connections.
you've been working with the school and shit, you could get all kinds of companies to donate shit because
Yeah.
that's a tax write-off, charitable
Yeah.
donation too. So
Well, I already I've already joined some of the Kaiser Manhattan Facebook groups and they're really
yeah,
active. And I put so I know I need a front windshield and it's a really weird shape. It's scalloped at the top and I think it's a 1 year windshield. They only did it that year. And so I
yeah,
went in
there's
the
no way
forums
they
and I'm
make
like,
it.
what's that?
There's no way they make it anymore, like repop.
Yeah, so I went in the forums and I'd already read that the gaskets are really hard to get. The windshields aren't bad, but it's the gaskets that are a bitch. And
Steel rubber.
so I posted in the forums. I'm like, hey, I'm an auto shop teacher. We just got one of these. We're getting one of these and restoring it. And I know I need a windshield. And there was like 4 or 5 guys like, oh, a windshield. And one of them was like, hey, remember you get a tax credit if you donate to schools. And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yep, yep.
So
And you can say that windshield's worth like $1,500.
yeah, I can say whatever under anything under 10 grand. They don't give a shit.
Yep,
So so yeah, it's pretty cool. There's already it looks like I already have a windshield, and then
good.
all the this whole list of guys are like, let us know what else you need. We got all kinds of parts and we want to help you. And I'm like, fuck yeah, cool.
That's cool that there's like active Facebook groups on them because
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't guess there's more than 50 or 100 of them left running around, you know?
It sounds like there's a really solid group of guys for Kaisers, and they have a club, and then that club has dues and they have a manufacturing fund. So that they actually get together once a year and they go, hey, what parts do we want to pop a bunch of this year that we can't get?
Yeah,
So they like I guess a couple years ago they did it was some kind of light lens or something for one of the cars, and they're like, hey, we're gonna get these repopped and however many do we need, and then people buy them and then they take that money and then they go do another batch of something
right.
else. So it's pretty cool. They're really active.
That's
They
awesome.
talking about trying to get glass gaskets made, but it's such a big deal to have all the work done to have them made. Um, but there's so much demand for it. They like I had 3 guys on there already tell me if the rear window's in, don't pull it out. This is you will not find gaskets to put them back because it's a triple split rear window. It's got 2 side windows that are rounded and a center
Okay.
one, and it's got trim in it and everything. And it's there. It's complete on our car and it's not cracked and everything's
It's not
fine.
fogged
So,
or anything.
what's that?
It's not fogging up or anything.
No, none of the glass is really that
Well,
fogged.
if it's 50s, it probably didn't have the laminate in the middle. It was probably still just solid piece of glass, huh?
It's probably solid glass, yeah. So the glass looks good except for the windshield's toast. But otherwise, all the side glass, the wing windows, the rear glass, it's all there and good.
Good.
So the lenses for like the turn signals and the taillights are there, but they like look like if you breathe on them, they'll fall apart. So,
Yeah.
uh, but the cool thing with that is I've gotten better at 3D printing clear resin. So I think
Yeah,
I can actually 3D print all new lenses for it, um, which would be really cool to be able to do that.
for sure. And
And
then
then
you
to
might be
have,
able to make a little side hustle out of it to the Kaiser guys in the groups.
oh, they're such a hassle.
Yeah.
It's a pain to print resin, but if for just us, I would do it.
Well, then
Uh,
just don't ever post. I printed these because you're
yeah,
gonna
no
have
shit,
80
right?
dudes hitting you up. I need some. No. And then
Huh.
you're gonna look like the dick.
Well, what would happen is I'd say that, and then some dickhead would be like, "I don't care how much it costs, make them for me." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. Well, I can make these for $30 and he'll give me 500. Shit.
Exactly. So
Guess I have to.
yeah, so there's some cool stuff there, and there's I don't know. I'm excited to get it. I want to get it and then start pressure washing it, clean it out, and see what we got. So
Well, and speaking of glass like that, that's why it took me so long to get the rear window tinted because I kept calling glass guys, and most glass companies won't work on old shit like that anymore. If they can't just cut it out and reurethane it and glue it
yeah,
back in, like all the modern cars of the last
yeah,
25, 35 years, they don't want to touch it.
yeah.
And so I found a guy to redo the front, but he told me, he's like, I can take the back slider out because I got a new gasket for it because I bought a whole weather stripping kit and that's one of the things that came in it. I
Yeah.
thought, well, it's not leaking or anything, but if I
Right.
can take it out and bring the tint shop just the sheet of glass, they're going to be able to do an even better job than if it's in the cab. And
Right.
then on top of that, I get brand new rubber in the back. I'm good for 40 years again, you know. But I ended up talking to like 6 glass companies within like 50 miles that would do it. But every one of them was like, we'll do it, but we can't promise you that it's not going to break. We're moving.
Uh,
They're like,
yeah.
those old rear sliders break a lot when you're pulling them out. I'm like, well, what's a lot? Like 2% of the time, 5% of the time? They're like 10 to 25% of the time, probably depending
Ooh.
on the truck. And I was like,
Ooh.
ooh. And no one repops that, right? You can't get it.
Right.
So I'd have to go to a glass guy and get custom glass cut
Right.
for probably 150, $200 a panel. And
Yeah.
would it be quite perfect and all that shit? Because they're not going to have a perfect piece of glass to work with.
Right.
Um, so I just decided, well, fuck it. It's not leaking. It's not like rock hard and cracking away or anything.
Right.
So I'll just tin it and leave it. And if I have to address it in 10 or 15 years, because it does start to break down enough, and I
Right.
deal with it then.
That's where if you do have to do it and get them out in one piece, take them to a glass place and have them cut, some fresh ones when you have them out, so they have a good template
Yeah, I get like 10
and
or
have an
20 of
extra
each
set
piece
on the
cut.
shelf. Yeah.
Yeah, I get like 10 or 20 extra pieces cut and
Yeah.
start selling those bitches.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
fucking $300 a glass panel.
Yeah. Because if you
You'll
have
be
it
ready
out,
to
they
go.
could actually, if you have it out, they could easily make a template of it once it's still together out. And
Because I've
then,
got a glass guy here that could do it.
mhm.
Um, I got really, really tight with the glass guy after all the attempted break-ins and break-ins at the shop,
Yeah.
And he can do the laminated proper glass and temper it and all that kind of shit, but it's
Nice.
gonna be expensive.
Right. Right.
Because just one window, one square basic tempered window for the shop was $250
Ugh.
6 years ago or whatever, 5 years ago,
Oh,
last time it
sure.
ever happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
so
It's
probably double or triple that price now.
triple that now, probably. Yeah.
And that's not automotive glass, which I'm sure would be double the cost of like storefront glass, because it's got to be laminated and all that shit. So, but it is what it is. I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I honestly wouldn't mind having just a solid piece of glass in the back. Back in the day, I was always, I want a slider,
Yeah.
but thought about it and I'm like, I always want the slider, but I never fucking use
Never
it.
use it. Yep.
I never open it. I never do
Yeah.
shit with it. I don't put toppers on my trucks where you want to open it and have access into it or anything like that. So, and then you just get that much better vision and it kind of looks a bit cleaner if it's
Right.
not a slider.
Well, it's
But
like my Rabbit, my '84 Rabbit diesel. It's got a slider, and I hate it. I'd rather have a solid plane back there.
yeah,
And I've been hunting for a solid one, but I guess they're really uncommon. Mostly of them had sliders.
yeah,
So
that was kind of the standard.
yeah, so I don't know. I guess there's guys that'll cut it, and it's not that bad to get one cut or even buy one like aftermarket. But it needs a new gasket too. The gasket that's in it, when it gets hot, it'll actually start to roll on one side a little bit. And,
Oh, okay.
if I bump it when I'm in the cab, like I'll lean back and bump it, and it'll pop the gasket sometimes in the summer. So
Oh shit. Yeah.
yeah, so it needs a new
Yeah. See, I don't
gasket.
have any of that yet. So that's why I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll just leave
Well,
it.
and it's weird too because it's still super soft and it looks brand new, but it's like it doesn't fit right. It's like it was an aftermarket one that wasn't high quality or something.
Yeah.
And
Or
so it
maybe it's
just,
just shrunk or fucked up and shit over time
yeah,
because that happens too.
I've had to put it back in a couple times now. So, but
I don't
yeah,
know if anyone makes a solid glass. I don't think anyone makes a solid glass replacement for the back of the J truck either. But that one would be a lot cheaper and easier to get
yeah,
made
yeah,
than 4 slider pieces.
yeah,
And then with the slider too, changing the glass, I'm sure I'd been into all kinds of rivets or some other bullshit, having to take it apart and get the fucking
yeah,
glass
the
in.
frame, yeah,
Probably take hours and hours to
yeah.
do like the goddamn vent windows.
And try not to break it when you're putting all that back together too.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
riveting
yeah,
around glass is never fun.
and they did a great job. Like the shit is trimmed perfectly. The guy, they're really, really good tint shop, like 5-star
Yeah.
tint shop with hundreds of reviews. And the dude's been doing it since the 80s, right?
Oh,
He's
geez.
50 and
Yeah,
he's been doing it since he was a
yeah,
teenager.
yeah,
And so when I bring my shit in, he does it. None of his employees do it. He does it. And
Yeah.
he told me at first, he's like, well, they always warn you, oh, I might have tiny little gaps at the edge, because there's no black filler like on modern windows and it's
Yeah.
old shift and blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm well aware, dude. I know. I appreciate it. If you leave a little tiny line around it, it's not the end of the world. I get it. But fucking flawless, all of it. And I told him when I picked it up, I'm like, thanks, man. Great job again, as usual. I'm like, don't worry, I got a 79 Bronco to bring in the next several months or a year or two, depending on when I get glass and all kinds of shit for you. He's like, oh, great. I'm like, you secretly love working on this shit more than the new shit. He's like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I could see him have fun. When I dropped off and was waiting for the Uber, he immediately went out and fired it up and pulled it into the bay. And as soon as he jumped in and fired it up, I could see his ass smiling in there, shifting gears and moving it. And I'm like, yep, a lot more fun than pulling in some fucking 2012 Benz or,
Yeah.
shit like that you're used to tinting.
Yeah. Um, all right. I'm gonna go eat
All
some
right.
dinner and get
Yeah,
packing.
unfortunately, this project was easy. So, like I said, either next week if I have a guest on, or week after that, if you're not gonna be able to make it next week, and that's when we can do it. I'll
Yeah.
figure out some sort of stand for my other camera and set it up with
Hmm.
multiple so we can see it all go back together. I mean, there's
Yep.
not much to it. It's pretty simple, but it's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for
All right.
stopping in. Those that did, I couldn't really read or see shit because I got a big ass mining truck ADT in my way. But we will see you perhaps next week. Probably, if not, more than likely 2 weeks.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to go over here to end it. There we go. Later.